Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am with another episode of MAFS AU for 23.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehash. Sorry the episodes are a little bit slow this week. I'm just slow myself. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to bring you all the trash, mess, and drama. We were left on a cliffhanger from what I saw. The girls, Evelyn and Mel, were quickly sneaking off away from girls' night to eavesdrop on the boys' night, or as my brother called it, eavesdrop. Just a little eavesdrop on the boys' night, which is obviously not going to go well considering how much a little how much drama a little butt dial has caused. So I think you sneakily listening into a conversation is really going to piss them right off.
From what I see, some of the behaviour you've described to me from Melinda definitely fits the bill of a toxic relationship. I want to see you in a happy, healthy relationship, and what you're describing to me doesn't sound like that. Your relationship has taken a turn into being toxic. I just feel like, okay, like,
toxic one
here's
more
two
time.
people, right, that are portraying a certain relationship. It just seems really fake.
That's bullshit. I don't want to sit here and listen to this.
Where you are losing your identity, where you are disconnected.
I find that offensive. I've got to pull you up on the word portraying, because I think we've been very open about the fact that we have issues in our relationship. That's not fair. You're wrong. I think everyone's entitled to their opinion in this experiment, but there's certain things that I take offence to. You're disrespecting somebody or saying something that's untrue about a relationship. I mean, this is stuff that I'm not going to let happen. I came into this to find somebody that I can spend the rest of my life with, and I'm starting to think this is my person.
He is just sticking around to cause as much shit as he can. And the thing is, I love the trash. I love the trash. Okay, you know this. But I don't like Harrison. And all the stuff that he's trying to do, it's so try-hard and it's not landing right. You're not causing a good mess. And I stick to my statement that I made when they were on the Commit Me couch. I don't think Mel and Leighton have been pretending that they're in a good place at all. They've made it sound like they've had an awful time, that they argue all the time and they don't know how to stop. That's what I've heard the entire experiment. Harry is trying to push this narrative now that they've been faking this whole time. Well, you're projecting, honey, because you and your bad actress TV wife, you're the ones who've been acting the whole time. Especially now with the turnaround relationship redemption. Bleh.
I've been in the lodge with Mel and Leighton, and they get on like the house on fire.
You guys are one of my favourite couples in the way that you interact.
People see it. Other people see it.
Oh, he hates it. His brain is sitting there just trying to figure out how he can twist and turn everything to work in his favour, to either get the drama that he wants and obviously to make sure that he's in it enough, but that people aren't coming for him. That's Harry's true goal in life. But I'm really glad that Leighton didn't take the bait. And that's because he is obviously not a clown and he runs companies and has to deal with probably a lot of crazy people.
We've been eavesdropping on the boys.
Oh, John. It's not gonna go well.
Well, I heard one thing. We didn't hear a lot, but I just thought it was universal timing that I walked in at the time when Harrison was saying, I don't buy this relationship of Mel and Leighton. We're toxic. And I do have a question for you, Bronte. Do you believe the same thing? Do you also agree with Harrison?
No offence, I'm getting really over everybody being like, Bronte, because Harrison feels this way, I feel like you feel this way.
I want to know, but I don't want you to be covering for someone or deflecting something.
How am I covering? No,
because that's what you've been doing on the couch, you idiot.
I'm going.
Why I'm being made to feel like my brain is molded to Harrison's. I can't comprehend it. Second night in a row, I'm done, man.
Personally, I felt it was very rich for Harrison to say that about you and Leighton. That's what I think is very rich.
That's interesting because Tani, I think, is she the closest to Bronte? I don't know. Maybe Lyndall is because she's running off after her. Maybe Lyndall's just doing that because I think she doesn't want to be there at all. I think she hides in her room a lot. So Bronte's done a very smart thing, which is to storm off again because if she has to answer too many questions, maybe she's not as quick to come up with bullshit as her TV husband is. Can't sit there too long because everything will just come out and she'll say, oh, we've been pretending. I actually don't like him. I tried to do the best I could. I think that they've made a pact to stir up as much shit as they can to be villains or, I don't know, make other people look bad because they looked bad at the start. I don't know. But I think they've made a pact. Everything they do now seems like utter bullshit. It's highly edited. I have to keep saying that because people do forget. I don't think Mel was coming for you. She wanted to make sure that you and her were on the same page and not you and Harrison. She posed it as a question. Why are you so offended?
I think there's a lot of questions about their relationship.
The Harrison and Bronte relationship seems somewhat overnight such a flip.
It's a miracle. The
why is
experiment
that?
works.
I don't know how to feel because I want to be happy for them. I really do. It's just, how are you at that stage?
Bronte has outright said to me that she does not see a future with Harrison, and I'm getting the sense that he is an emotional manipulator. Something's not adding up.
You're getting the sense. Maybe it's not as clear when you're there in the bubble as opposed to looking in the bubble. But it seems so clear to me that the thing that he's best at is emotional manipulation. That seems to be his special skill. I don't know if you could put that kind of thing on a resume, but I don't know. If you're very good at it, maybe you should spruik it.
Then out of nowhere, she's gone away. She's listened in on the boys' night and come back and gone, Bronte, your husband literally said X, Y, Z. How do you feel?
That's a pretty big bombshell. Apparently Melinda and Evelyn snuck over and were listening to what the boys were talking about. I kind of think that's really despicable behaviour. I think Leighton deserves a lot better. I personally wouldn't put up with that.
So basically, she's yelling at me. I can't, my brain just hurts.
She's just kept attacking Bronte at the table, and I'm not going to let her get away with that. A little insight's always helpful, so I'm not going to shy away from offering that to Leighton. I just want to show that he can't trust his wife. It sounds like Bronte and Mel have really got into it tonight. It's going to be fun for both of us to unpack. Snuck over here and we're listening to what we're
No.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. I don't like that.
I don't like that. Mel. You could have been so great. You could have had the upper hand, but now you've pissed off your TV husband because we all remember what happened with the butt dial. So why would you go and eavesdrop? So silly. You cannot give Dirty Harry the upper hand at all because he's going to use it to his advantage. And God knows he needs an advantage. I don't know how he has so many of you fooled. He's just so easy to read from here.
Your night in? Did you come down and listen to Boys Night In?
I did, for a split second.
Oh, we've got a couple of eavesdroppers, eh? Talk about that after, I guess.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Are you angry over that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
What happened tonight?
I just want to know why you guys would have come down to listen to our conversation when it was separate boys' night and girls' night.
What'd you hear? I'll always stand up for what I believe is right. That's blokes opening up, coming down and listening into the conversations that we're having when you should be focusing on your girls' night. That's not on. I don't agree with her.
That was your most important question of the night?
Why were you coming down from a girls' night to listen to boys opening up about their relationship?
Always doing faces. Always doing faces. Always stop the faces. Get back inside.
Sorry. Harrison told me.
Of course Harrison told you.
But you guys did. Okay, not a conversation that I really want to have right now, particularly
You don't
at the
care.
moment.
You just want to tell me that what I did was bad before even asking, like.
Yeah, but see, now you're just getting really defensive because you know that you did a dumb thing and you know that it was dumb and it was bad and you shouldn't have done it. So I get why you're trying to go on the attack now. And that could be the reason why your relationship has so many arguments. Because when either of you know that you've done wrong, you can't just go, hey, I did wrong. So sorry about that. I'll try not to do it again. You go on the attack. Oh my God, I'd be so good at relationship counseling. I wouldn't, but in my brain I would. I think you feel the same about yourself, right, sweet baby angel? Mel, here's the thing. You and Evelyn should not go on to eavesdrop. And Hazza, here's the other thing. Your little performance piece was just trying to rile Leighton up and to carry on with a narrative that's just not true. I'm not going to say that Harrison and Mel are as bad as each other because I don't think she is deliberately trying to cause problems. But she's definitely getting her schnoz into things that, you know, she shouldn't be doing.
Usually, like, when we wake up, no matter if we've had, like, one of our big fights,
he'll always like do a caress of the leg or like a little kiss or like something. Today he just hopped up and left. I feel sad because I really needed Leighton's support last night, and you know, he cares more about everyone else's term of events, everyone else's feelings. You know, Harrison thinking stuff of our relationship, and there's Leighton proving him right, you know, right next to him. And then Harrison's obviously seeing wink link that he's purposely caused come to fruition. Mel and Leighton are fighting. Leighton's against Mel. It's all Mel's fault.
Yes, he's getting what he wants. And you're upset because you handed it to him on a platter. Why would you do that for Dirty Harry? Also, question, are you cuddling a fluffy toy of lamb chop? Lamb chop. I don't know if that's the voice at all. I just Googled lamb chop and it... should I write lamb chop character? I think she's holding a lamb chop. I think that's what she's holding.
Mate, she's a bit upset, like, about last night. Yeah. She just broke down. She's really upset. No, I'm never speaking to Melinda again. Maybe taking something out on Bronte. That's kind of the impression I get. Yeah. Why'd they come over and listen to us?
No idea.
And what did they hear? Did you find out?
Nah.
I think Harrison does like to stir the pot.
Yeah. You would be thinking right, Leighton, so maybe stay away from him. I don't understand how any of you are lapping up his bullshit boy's behaviour. Straight men, you're not all that stupid, are you? You can see through the garbage that he's causing. Please tell me you're not all that dumb and you can see through it, please. Hazza. So, what did she hear? What did she hear? Just any information that you could give me, so I can just like twist it, you know, for my narrative. What did she say?
That was really awful for you, that experience.
It just felt so personal, and that's like that takes a lot out of me. That's all. Like it does.
She's attacking you, which I find to be quite bullying in a way.
Oh,
in my mind, it's opened the door for me to criticise her relationship now.
Oh, now? Now. Only now are you going to criticise their relationship. Do we remember what happened on the Commitment Catch only a couple of episodes ago? I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm getting mad. I don't have enough energy to be this mad. I'm very tired and run down at the moment. Don't make me get this fired up, you huge dickhead. Oh, God. Maybe that's also offensive to call him that, you know, to dicks and heads. I just can't think of anything else that's internet appropriate. I certainly can't go full Hugo on Taylor on him.
Do you feel like you're in a happy, healthy relationship? He was like, no.
Wow. He said that to Mel?
That's not what he said.
But Leighton is now seeing Melinda's behaviour. Now they have their own internal drama. So it's not like this behaviour is going unpunished. I don't think things are done.
You are despicable. You are. I don't care what anyone says about it being all scripted or the edit or whatever. Edit aside, you do a lot of really shitty things and you just blatantly lied then and said that Leighton said that their relationship is terrible. That is not what we saw. So they've either removed it out of the edit entirely, which is what you'll claim on the radio tomorrow morning, or you're a big fat liar. And I think I know which one I'm gonna believe.
Seriously.
This one, baby?
You want just that? There's eggs coming. I'm making eggs.
I know, but okay.
Just wait.
I'm very excited.
He is a child, but it's cute, you know. They seem to go together. Just the little cute bits that they put in the show. I don't always put them in the rehash. I might not even put this bit in. I might cut it out. But that seems cute, you know? I feel like maybe just soak up a little bit of love this episode. Because, oh, God, Haz is really taking it out of me.
How do you feel about Hugo right now?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretending to care, but I don't.
Love Taylor. I really like Taylor. But I look at the way she speaks to Rupert versus how she looks at Hugo. There's a different vibe. I know. Please watch it.
Oh.
This is the thing, right? I haven't told anybody this thing. I think Alyssa knows, but like, she's in the camp, 100%.
Well, this weekend at the retreat, I don't know if it is a weekend, it's a few days, I haven't seen Lyndall and Cam together once. Doing anything together as a couple. So there's a lot of stuff that's been left on that secret hard drive, Endemol's, which I'd really love to see, but...
I'm pretending to care, but I don't.
As if that hasn't come across. We've been done know that.
God,
Still
Mummy.
falling out.
I'm so frustrated.
Things with Duncan and I aren't getting any better, and
Why
I
does she
don't
have
feel
any
like
liquid
I'm a
in her body
priority.
anymore?
We had a conversation yesterday.
It started with, I didn't know where you were all day.
I need a lot from Duncan, and
Yeah.
I need to be checked in on all the time. But he doesn't do that, ever.
And I just went and started talking about the things that I really like about Alyssa. Personality, how she interacts, her strength.
He's like, Alyssa, I do care about you, and I want to be in this with you to get to know each other better, and I do see a future with you.
I just put my heart
Why
on the
are you
line
laughing
there.
at that?
I talked about all these wonderful things that I like about her, and she just said, oh, I want to be in the room by myself.
He's like, I want to spend the day with you, and I'm like, well, now I don't.
Wait, you said you need the affirmation, and I feel like he just gave you the affirmation and you pulled that stupid fucking face again. What are we missing here? Please tell me, Alyssa. He's saying all the words, and yet you're not getting the affirmation that you need, and you need him to come check on you. You need too much enough. Go work on yourself and then come back later. Stop inflicting people with your bullshit. Yuck. Very unattractive. Nobody wants that. Is Duncan really a monster? Is that what his secret is? Is he a secret monster and we just don't see it? Because the way that you're making him out is that he's like very manipulative and we don't see the real Duncan. Because he's calmly saying, hey, so I said all these things that I think she needed, and then she told me that she didn't want to be around me. Yeah, I'm going to side with Duncan on this one.
I just think she needs to be a little bit more accepting.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. She knows that I want to have interaction with her, but she doesn't want it with me. Feels like a bit of self-sabotage. Can't have a great relationship if you don't have communication. So now I don't know what the answer is for probably the first time in the experiment.
The first time, I don't know. It feels like the first time you should have been a little bit alerted to this was when she was carrying on like a absolute nutter in the car about something that wasn't your issue. The little vape and kiss. She really got amped up about that. Could you imagine if there was something that you actually did wrong and you tried to apologize for it? If you actually made a mistake as a human, and which we all do, and you tried to apologize to Alyssa, I don't think she would ever hear it, and she would hang it over your head forever. Sorry, let me do that again. Forever. You need to get TV divorced. Quick, Duncan.
I'm just constantly being made to feel I don't have my own brain. And when people are trying to make me feel I'm not a good judge of character, it's really hurtful. I'm gonna get defensive. It's gonna happen. I just want everybody to know I'm not being love bombed. I'm not being gaslit. Harris and I have progressed. He's genuine.
Bronte, like a week ago, you could kill each other if you like had a gun with you. You would kill each other.
100%.
Like,
but this is
someone
why
sitting on the
I
couch
have
saying, I'm falling in love. Is the relationship real?
It is 110% real. Like, I can
You putting
vouch
110%
this right
on it
now.
does make it real.
We've literally had the conversation of me moving. That's a huge, huge thing.
I don't think Harrison's here for that, and a lot of people don't.
I don't appreciate to be told that I don't see what the other girls see.
Okay. Well, you might not appreciate it being told to you, but it's definitely what we can all see. And maybe you don't appreciate it that much because you can also see it too, and you're just sticking around, maybe doing a Dan and Sandy and trying to rack up some Ks on the show to get yourself a few more IG followers. Am I close? So I get why you're upset. They're all calling bullshit on what is clearly bullshit.
Leighton literally said he's unhappy. He literally said he is not happy and he feels like his relationship is toxic. That's coming from her husband. When it comes to you and Leighton, behind closed doors, I know not everything's fine. Nothing's moving forward. It goes like this.
It is moving forward, and not just...
Are you sure about that? Leighton told Harrison the relationship isn't good and that it's not going in a good direction. Harrison's view is that it's a complete facade.
And now we found the name of his podcast, which, you know, he will guest host on Taylor's Way.
Hi, welcome to Taylor's Way.
And then you can go on Harrison's View. And Harrison's View would be probably very Andrew Tate-esque. You know, just a lot of dribble that means nothing. I would probably get the same enjoyment out of that podcast, Harrison's View, as I would with, you know, any sort of diarrhea dribble, you know, where you're just stuck on the toilet because you're like, I don't think I'm finished yet, but I can't really leave. But I'm not enjoying it, but it's happening. Sorry, I'm just laughing at, oh, I'm a bit run down. So that whole thought process was crazy, but what isn't on this channel? Lean into it.
I think my eyes are wide awake now with just how low Harrison is prepared to go to try and bring someone else's relationship down.
Every now and then, Mel, you sound like a character from Kath and Kim. Go. Gotta go. I nailed that.
She was pretty much implying that I need to check in with you. She gave me this face that was like, Mel, you don't know what your husband's saying behind your back. You said we're not in a good place and we're not moving forward.
You definitely didn't say that.
Harrison's going out of his way to try and rock our relationship, and it's taking a toll.
That didn't happen. I didn't say those words. I don't like drama.
Harrison is trying to stir the pot.
You came on MAFS, honey.
You're not listening. And I want you to call him on his bullshit. Like, am I
Yes,
speaking
call
a
him.
different language? Shouldn't you want to call him on a bullshit and say, hey, stay away from our relationship?
I did that 20 minutes last night.
Can someone step in and talk to Leighton? Because I just can't get through to him.
Finally, we get to see one of their blow-ups that we hear so much about. What does it say about me that I love watching other couples argue? Like, I don't want to argue with my partner, and we do, but I just love it. What does it say about me? Don't tell me, I don't want to know. Next time I go to therapy for a little sesh, I'll ask. No, I won't. I won't. I don't want to know. Maybe it'll just stop the whole channel if I find out what the real answer is. I get where Mel's coming from. She sees this injustice, which a lot of us might, and this is why you watch my channel and why we watch MAFS and shows like it, because we sit there and we go, no, that was wrong. And we want to sit there and we want to say, no, that was wrong, so fix it. But also I get Leighton's point of view, which is, oh, well, I didn't say that, so let's just let it go, because we're just feeding into his bullshit if we go to him and try and call him out, because he's getting what he wants. He's getting a rise, he's getting a reaction, so don't give him anything. But for the sake of the show, go and call him out.
And Claire wants to bring the group some unique insights with her fairy cards.
What did you call me, voiceover lady? That is the fairy cards. I thought she called me a fairy.
What is it?
Moving forward fearlessly.
Okay.
What I've realised now is me and Taylor's relationship hasn't been good from the beginning.
Hugo, those gut feelings aren't just examples of wishful thinking. When you're really honest with yourself, you know what you desire.
I can't buy any of it. I don't care about the fairy cars. Sorry, the fairy or whatever you called me. I don't care. I don't think you're that butthurt, Hugo. We've seen some stuff from behind the scenes, and I agree. Taylor, terrible. Send her back on the Spirit to Tassie. She's got to go. But you're not that hurt about it. You don't want to be with someone like Taylor. Why would you want that? Let her sext her ex-boyfriend. Let him deal with it. In fact, I say we take her passport off her so she can't come back. You don't need one. Oh, okay. That's weird. I feel like we should. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. I've got friends in Tasmania and I'm going to hear about this.
You look like a beautiful pink curtain.
Are you going to insult me when I've got tweezers in your eyes?
Yeah, not smart, but cute. You know, another little cute thing from him. Got to add some cuteness in because the rest of it is just real.
It ruined my night with the boys.
I know.
Did it,
Not fair on me.
It's not fair. Like,
No,
the whole
she's
thing.
taken that away from me now.
Yeah. It's really not okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's taking it away from me.
Thank you for being honest. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. She took boys' night away from him. How will he ever recover? It's not like he'll ever do a boys' night again. Mel, don't take boys' night away from him. Now that makes Harrison sad. Oh my God. I can't tell what's real and what's bad acting, so I'm just going to assume all of it's bad acting. Okay, we'll make that agreement, you and I. We'll just assume it's all bad acting and treat it appropriately.
When there's a very clear moral right and wrong, then that's when you speak out. I definitely have to have a chat with Harrison tonight. I always want to be supporting my partner and I want Mel to know that I've got her back. I don't want you to feel this way. I don't want you to feel upset. Like I said this morning, I've got your back, I had your back. I'm more than happy to talk to them.
The truth needs to be heard.
Oh, that's nice. Do you think this? Hey, ready for a tangent? Like I said, guys, I'm a bit run down in the brain. Do you think that they use the CEO tone with each other when they're having fun sesh times? Because you hear the tone in Leighton's voice when he's doing. Do you think the CEO voice comes out then? Because they say they have great physical intimacy. So I'm just wondering if the whole boardroom chat is a real turn on for them. Mel. Are you taking minutes right now, you sexy little slice?
Here comes the other 4.
Oh God, here they all come.
Oh God.
What an entrance.
Are you wearing any pants, Leighton, or what?
Oh my goodness. They are some tight jeans. That is not very CEO behaviour.
I am so scared of the dark. I don't even give a fuck about that. I don't even care about that.
You are so funny, and it's just like, it just oozes.
No.
doesn't mean to.
No, it wasn't about that. I'm scared of the dark.
Like, what? What?
I love every time Taylor's having a good time, they cut to a shot of Hugo having a bad time. You're trying really hard to make us care for Hugo, but I don't.
Like, what is up with the messaging the boyfriend and him sexting you?
Ex-boyfriend, and there was no sexting.
Him saying he wanted to sex with you.
All right, Hugo.
I know. You'll have your...
This is the biggest crock of shit.
Right there.
This is what I get all the time. When I try and talk, it just gets shut down.
No, stop saying no. Stop saying no.
Honestly, I think
Look at me. He needs to get his point across too, babe.
It drives me insane. I knew that he was going to put on this sad act again. That's stemming from embarrassment and rejection, and that's not my fault. And now everyone's feeling sorry for him.
And it's so easy, because if you weren't such a despicable human in all the bits and pieces in the show, then maybe people would think, oh, maybe Hugo's full of it. But it's so easy to believe him because you've said really demeaning things and you've treated him poorly. So it's not a stretch. And when he tries to share his feelings, and this is even from early on, like one of the first nights on your little honeymoon, you just kept bringing him down and you wouldn't let him speak. And you know that you tear people apart. In your little Zoom call with Long John, you were celebrating that fact.
That bloke, I tell ya, I knew it. I knew he was going to do the sad act. I knew he was going to put on that sad act and say the things that I've been doing and trading him. I knew he was going to do that. Oh, God, him and his mouth and his sad act and the truth that comes out of his mouth is awful.
Evelyn, what do you want to say? If you want to linger around in the background, just look at me like that. What do you want to say?
Taylor, I haven't done anything wrong.
If you don't want to be around this barrel and have a good time, off.
Are you telling me to off right now? There's no need for that.
Sorry.
I've just got to ask, like, what's the next thing to do?
I've had enough, so everyone can get Taylor.
Oh, she's off!
Come here.
I just can't be doing this.
Give me a cuddle.
I'm going home tomorrow. I feel so betrayed and let down. He's honestly such a
I hope she just called him a because, tit for tat. All right, let's quickly talk about it. What's going on, Cam? Hey? You don't really like giving Lyndall cuddles, but you like giving Taylor cuddles. What's going on with that? Isn't that odd?
What did you say to Bronte?
Well, I mean, it's a fair question.
Are you saying something behind my back? Are you saying the right thing? What was said in that conversation?
Yes.
Yeah, did you not say that things aren't okay? Is that what happened?
Look at him!
I genuinely don't remember.
You don't? I wonder why.
Your missus just got you in a very uncomfortable situation.
And you can't answer it.
Well, what was said to you that you said to Mel?
That you guys weren't in a good place. I think you need to check in with your husband, Mel. I think you need to check with Lainey because that's not what he said.
100%.
So
Because I
okay,
care.
And then you said,
I wish you didn't say that. Got your back.
I know. I just took what Harrison said wrong. I'm sorry. Bronte, I'm sorry too.
Hey, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. It happens. Don't worry.
Something doesn't add up. Apparently she said the wrong thing.
So there's a bit of a miscommunication.
Or maybe she's been thrown under the bus.
Obviously, I got that wrong. It's hard to watch right now. Bronte's covering for him. Bronte feels she's standing up for her man like it's this loyal thing. Hun, you're being manipulated. You're being gaslit. And not that I didn't believe him, but I was upset that constantly I'm attacked.
Who's putting your relationship under fire? Who's attacking it?
Don't gaslight me. That shit will not work on me. You've gone and told Bronte, and she's come to me to check in on my husband because my husband's not telling me the truth.
I don't think that happened.
Oh, you just gotta laugh at him because it's so ridiculous. Who's attacking you? Who's putting your relationship under fire? You are, dickhead! It's so phenomenal that he can stand there so straight-faced and calmly say these things. It's scary, actually. And how quickly Bronte apologized to him when he said, I wish you wouldn't say that. So she realized that he is full of shit and she probably shouldn't have said that? Or did she think, oh, maybe I've upset him? Like, what did she think in that moment?
You're a manipulator. You manipulate. That's what you do. You stay away from our relationship. Because I'm over it, Harrison.
Can I just clarify? Wait. Hey, Mel, come here.
I was really happy with Leighton tonight and how he handled it. I wanted him to be protective. And that's exactly what he did.
Let's just take the emotions down. I think there's been a bit of a miscommunication here. The difference between you and me is when you make a comment, I actually do take it to heart. I do. I genuinely do. When you said that I'm emotionally manipulating my wife, that really hurts.
It's not just me.
She's right. You know what? Mel's kind. She's right.
Wouldn't be with somebody who targets people on purpose. I asked for somebody who was kind and who speaks his mind. And that's exactly what I got.
I do have big concerns for Bronte.
I'm not an expert. I don't think anyone here would say that. Well, I mean, our relationship's not toxic, so...
I'll agree with the first bit, but not the latter. You're not an expert. Your relationship is toxic. Different, but still toxic. Also, nice little dig at Leighton's relationship that you are trying to build your narrative that it is toxic. Oh, he gets off on it. He gets off on the rise that he gets out of people. And that is twisted. And Bronte, you're sitting there going, he can't be a bad person, and he can't be a bad person because that's not what I asked for. Look at the show's track record. You weren't one of the ones who got a good one, honey.
But we don't argue. We don't argue like you guys do. Bronte is actually starting to think she's in this real relationship, and there is this lifelong goal together.
I don't think we've had an argument in weeks.
Every time I see you, I ask how your relationship goes, how you go like this.
It's a roller coaster. Yeah, which is a lot of relationship.
But we're not like that at all.
That's why we don't buy you guys. You aren't real. Well, you are.
Melinda says stuff. Just
everyone says it. Well, everyone does say it. Everyone said it last night.
They didn't. Melinda.
A few people have said the same thing. It's not just Mel.
Everyone thinks my relationship is fake with Harrison.
Oh God, I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Does anyone think our relationship's fake? That's the question on the table.
Say it, Ollie.
Who thinks we have an inauthentic relationship? In my mind, I was like, I kind of think that.
Alyssa, do you think our relationship's fake?
We did have conversations.
Claire, do you think our relationship's fake?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, thank goodness somebody spoke up. Oh, Harrison, you slipped a little bit. You tried to get out of that situation before Bronte, rookie move, tried to put it out to the group. That was never going to work because somebody was always going to go, yeah, actually, if you're really putting me on the spot, asking me directly, I don't believe this. Not everyone's as nice as Tani and Ollie and Claire. And I'm with Claire. I would have said the same thing. I don't believe it at all. It feels like some of the worst acting that we've ever seen. And if you start crying again, Bronte, I'm going to laugh because it's ridiculous that you would be so emotional about what's happening now. Also, just because you don't argue doesn't mean your relationship's good. And also just because if you might argue in a relationship, that doesn't mean it's instantly bad. Well, grow up.
All the girls agreed.
Oh, we love
defending an absolute asshole, and I feel like she knows that.
I think we should just walk away. It's just gonna, I think we should just go to someone else.
Don't walk away. Walking away resolves nothing.
Okay? Are you okay?
I do trust him, and I'm not a trustworthy person at all. It takes a lot to gain my trust. You don't just get that, it's earned.
So if I choose to trust you and you break that, there's no going back on that. Like, I'll never allow you back into my life.
I do feel like what the girls have said to me has planted a seed.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm not going to swallow a Bronte storyline where we have to feel bad for her because Harrison's the big bad guy. No. You're complicit. You're in on this. I'm not buying that you're just... Because the way that you started to now, there's no way that you didn't know what was going on. Is that it? Okay, all right. Well, we've wrapped up another episode of Married at First Sight for 2023, Season 10, and I am exhausted and we still have a dinner party to get through. One more episode this week. I'll see you for the next one, Sweet Baby Angel. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Bye-bye.